History is filled with strange conflicts, but have you ever heard of a professional, modern army equipped with heavy weaponry and tactical training, officially declaring war on a group of flightless birds, and actually losing? Yes, you heard that right. This isn't a cartoon, it's a real historical event. In 1932, the Australian military found itself in a position where they had to surrender and retreat from a battle against 20,000 feathered opponents. Today, we are diving deep into what is arguably the most bizarre and hilarious embarrassment in military history: the Great Emu War.
Yeah, this already feels avoidable.
The chaos began in the aftermath of the Great Depression. Thousands of World War I veterans had been given land in Western Australia to farm wheat, but a new enemy was looming on the horizon. Exactly 20,000 emus decided that these hard-working veterans' wheat fields were actually an all-you-can-eat buffet designed just for them. But these birds weren't just eating the profits. They were biological wrecking balls. They smashed through expensive fences like heavyweight boxers, leaving massive gaps that allowed rabbits and other pests to flood in and finish the job. The farmers were desperate and pleading for help.
Because, of course they did.
However, the government's solution wasn't a subsidy or a fence repair. It was a full-scale military deployment. They didn't choose diplomacy, they chose machine guns. Enter Major Meredith and his troops, who arrived at the front lines armed with Lewis machine guns and a staggering 10,000 rounds of ammunition. They genuinely believed this would be as easy as a weekend picnic in the outback. They were wrong. The emus proved to be far more intelligent and tactically sound than anyone expected. As soon as the soldiers opened fire, the birds didn't just run in circles. They split into small, independent guerrilla units and scattered in every direction, making them impossible targets.
Not something you want to realize mid-battle.
Major Meredith was so stunned by their evasion skills that he noted in his diary, "If we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world." These birds weren't just running. They were executing high-level tactical maneuvers against a modern army. After weeks of grueling chasing and wasted logistics, the result was a total, unmitigated disaster for the military. Thousands of expensive rounds had been fired into the dust. The military budget was completely drained. And after all that effort, only a few hundred birds out of 20,000 had been neutralized.
They did not read the surrender memo.
The enemy remained largely unscathed and completely unimpressed. Eventually, the humiliation became too much for the government to handle. The Australian Ministry of Defence officially admitted defeat, recalled the troops, and issued a ceasefire. The emus, victorious and seemingly proud, simply went back to their wheat feast as if the army had never even shown up.
Nature accepted the apology.
Today, it might seem ironic that the emu stands proudly on the Australian coat of arms, right next to the kangaroo. Perhaps it's not just a symbol of the nation, but a silent, permanent reminder that a modern army should never underestimate the raw power and tactical genius of Mother Nature. If you enjoyed this absurd chapter of human history, don't forget to like and subscribe for more strange and embarrassing moments from the past. Thanks for watching.